Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well and feeling joyful today. I am speaking to you right now from a place that feels almost unreal, a place that only a few months ago existed in my dreams, in pictures, and in the countless messages we exchanged across screens. After months of planning, preparing documents, and trying to manage everything perfectly, I have finally arrived. My heart is still racing, and every beat seems to echo the excitement and anticipation I have carried for so long. The flight was long, yes, 20 hours with 2 layovers, but every moment of that journey was worth it, because it brought me here, to a land that has always felt distant yet incredibly close through our connection. Now, stepping onto this soil, I am struck by the reality that all those plans, all those nights of restless preparation, were leading me to this very instant. I can hardly believe it. Everything feels almost dreamlike. The air feels fresh, filled with scents and sounds that are completely new to me, yet they somehow already feel familiar because I have imagined them countless times. The streets are alive, people moving with a rhythm that is both foreign and mesmerizing. I can feel the vibrancy in every corner of this city, and it overwhelms me with a sense of awe and wonder. I have only seen this place through images and video calls before, yet nothing compares to the experience of being here in person. My excitement is a tide that cannot be contained, flowing through every part of me, urging me to explore, to discover, to embrace all that this place has to offer. This is more than a visit, it is a step into a new chapter, a chapter that is both thrilling and daunting, and I am ready to walk into it with an open heart. The journey to reach this moment was an adventure in itself. Obtaining my visa took 3 separate attempts, each one more stressful than the last. There were moments when I thought it might never happen, when the bureaucracy seemed insurmountable, when the endless forms and waiting periods felt like they would never end. I had to gather documents, prove my intentions, and wait through what felt like an eternity. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt made the arrival here even more meaningful. As I stand here now, breathing in the air of this new country, the feeling of accomplishment mingles with a sense of wonder. You should see this airport. It is unlike anything I have ever encountered. The architecture is striking, the signs in the local language unfamiliar yet fascinating, and even the smell from the restaurants is something I cannot quite describe. A mixture of spices, cooked meals, and something uniquely characteristic of this culture. I have been preparing for months to communicate in this language, and the first conversation I had with the immigration officer was a small triumph. I stumbled over words, made minor mistakes, but the smile in response told me that my efforts were not in vain. The weather greets me in a way that feels like a gentle embrace. There is a breeze that carries with it the promise of new experiences, and the sunlight feels distinct, warming in a way that seems almost symbolic, as though nature itself is welcoming me to this place. I cannot believe that soon I will be in the same spaces as the person I love, experiencing life alongside them, not just through screens, calls, or delayed messages, but fully, tangibly, in every moment. My family thought I might be taking on a challenge that was too large, that the distance and the travel might be too much, yet they supported me unconditionally. They helped me prepare, offered advice, and even learned a bit about this culture alongside me. Now, all of our research, all of our planning, transforms into lived reality. The customs we studied, the foods we discussed, even the transport systems we learned about, they are all now part of the world that surrounds me. I am waiting for my luggage, feeling my phone vibrate with messages that are flooding in, and I know they are from her. She is on her way, accompanied by her family, and our meeting will happen soon. We have rehearsed this moment in our minds countless times, spoken aloud what we might say, imagined what we might do, but now that it is real, I realize that no preparation can truly capture the feeling of finally being together. Words fail where emotions are too large. I have brought small gifts, tokens of my world for her, things she has wanted to try, some surprises that I hope will make her smile. Her family will taste a piece of my culture just as I am about to taste theirs. Love, I have realized, has the extraordinary ability to bridge not only distance but entire worlds. The reality of being here is slowly sinking in. Those late night calls, the countdowns on my phone, the study of language and culture, all of it has led to this. I am not just visiting, I am stepping into a story that we are creating together. Around me, other people are reuniting with loved ones, and soon it will be our turn. Tears, hugs, and overwhelming joy are waiting. I have dreamed of this for so long, imagined the precise feelings, the nervous excitement, the relief, and yet nothing compares to the truth of being here. Every decision, every effort, every sleepless night has brought me to this moment, and I feel a gratitude so deep that it fills my chest completely. As I take in the atmosphere of this place, I notice the friendliness that seems to permeate the environment, the warmth of the people, the culture, the energy of the streets. It draws me in. There is something endlessly fascinating around every corner, a new detail to observe, a new story to discover. I am eager not only to explore but to learn, to understand, and to connect with this beautiful nation. This is the beginning of a new chapter, one that offers endless opportunities to grow, to experience, and to live life in a richer, fuller way. I am aware that traveling and experiencing a new environment is a privilege, and I will cherish every second here, making memories that I hope will last a lifetime. This is not merely a trip, it is a bridge, a way to deepen bonds, to expand horizons, and to embrace life fully. Every step I take in this new land is infused with the understanding that the journey itself, with all its challenges, has been as important as the destination. The support of my family, friends, and all who encouraged me has been essential. Their belief in me, their advice, and their unwavering confidence allowed me to arrive at this moment with courage and optimism. This chapter is as much theirs as it is mine, for they walked with me in spirit every step of the way. Being here is about more than sightseeing. It is about connection, love, and understanding. Your country holds a special place in my heart, because it is where you are, and sharing life here means that distance is no longer a barrier. I look forward to every experience that awaits. The exploration of streets, the tasting of regional foods, the immersion in customs and traditions, but most of all, the time spent together, side by side, learning about each other and creating memories that are uniquely ours. Reaching this place has not been simple. There were moments when it felt distant and almost unattainable, yet persistence, hope, and the desire to make this real have brought me here. If I have learned anything, it is that pursuing something meaningful requires courage, patience, and dedication, and that every challenge is a step toward the reward. Discovering more about the culture, the traditions, the everyday life here is a top priority for me. Each encounter, each small moment, offers the opportunity to grow, to learn, and to connect. From tasting food to learning the language to participating in events, every detail is a chance to immerse myself and to respect the rich heritage of this nation. Finally, being here feels like the start of a new journey, a transformation, a step forward in my own life. This is not simply a visit, it is a chance to build something meaningful, to forge connections, and to create memories that will endure. Dreams can come true, and being here is proof that patience, effort, and determination can turn vision into reality. To everyone following our story from afar, your support, messages, and encouragement have been invaluable. You have shared in the anticipation, and now you share in the joy. Our journey together is only beginning. Soon we will explore the city, taste foods that until now we only imagined, and create memories that will last forever. Love can indeed cross oceans, and I am living proof that it does. Now, it is time to meet the one who has been waiting for me, to finally bridge the distance that screens and calls could never fully overcome. As I step further into the terminal, my eyes catch the bustling movement around me. Families embracing, friends laughing, travelers hurrying to their next destinations. Each face tells a story, a mixture of excitement, relief, and anticipation. I find myself observing these moments, imagining what our reunion will look like, and feeling a flutter of nervous anticipation. There is a unique energy in airports, a kind of electricity that mixes impatience with exhilaration, and I am swept up in it. The realization that soon I will be with her, in person, sharing the same space, fills me with a warmth I cannot fully describe. The journey that began months ago, filled with planning, preparation, and uncertainty, has now transformed into a tangible reality, and I am utterly captivated by it. While waiting, I take a moment to notice the smaller details of this country. The colors of the signs, the shapes of the buildings, the cadence of the people's voices. It all feels like a language in itself, one that I am beginning to understand with each passing moment. I remember practicing the local phrases over and over, imagining this exact scenario, wondering if I would recognize the right expressions, the right gestures. And now that it is happening, the nervousness is replaced with a sense of achievement. I can communicate, I can participate, I can belong. Even the smell of freshly baked bread from a nearby cafe evokes an emotion I cannot name. A mixture of curiosity, nostalgia for the places I have left behind, and excitement for the moments yet to come. I think about the first time we spoke, the very first call that bridged thousands of miles between us. It seems almost impossible now that that moment led to this. The countless hours spent talking, laughing, and sharing our lives have created a foundation that no distance could weaken. And yet, I know that seeing her for the first time, holding her hand, sharing space and time in this city, it will be entirely different from anything screens could capture. I have rehearsed what I might say, yet I know that words will fail, that the emotions will take over, and I welcome that. There is beauty in surrendering to the reality of love, in letting every feeling flow unrestrained, and I am ready to embrace it fully. When I finally see her approaching, surrounded by her family, I am struck by a mixture of awe and disbelief. Time seems to slow as we draw nearer, and every step brings me closer to the culmination of months of longing, planning, and hope. She smiles at me, and in that instant, the barriers of distance and uncertainty dissolve. There is a perfection to this moment that cannot be rehearsed. I step forward, and our hands meet for the first time in person, a gesture so simple yet filled with immeasurable significance. The embrace that follows is more than a hug. It is the physical manifestation of everything we have endured to be together. I am overwhelmed with gratitude, not just for this experience, but for the journey that led us here, for the lessons learned, and for the unwavering support of those who encouraged us along the way. Her family greets me with warmth and curiosity, their eyes bright with kindness and hospitality. We exchange smiles and tentative phrases in a mix of languages, laughing at my mistakes and celebrating the moments of understanding. I realize then that love does not only bridge people, it bridges cultures, experiences, and traditions. Every small gesture, every shared laugh, every bite of food we sample together is an affirmation of connection, a blending of lives that were once separate and are now intertwined. I notice the care in the way they have prepared for my arrival, the subtle signs that they too have invested in this meeting, and it fills me with a deep sense of respect and appreciation. As we leave the airport, stepping into the streets of this city, I am struck again by the vibrancy and beauty that surrounds me. The architecture is stunning, a blend of history and modernity, each building telling a story of the people who built it. The streets are alive with music, laughter, and movement, and I feel a thrill at the thought of discovering every corner, every hidden gem. We walk together, sharing stories and laughter, feeling the reality of our proximity settle into a comforting rhythm. Every sense is heightened, the smells, the sounds, the feeling of her hand in mine. All of it reminds me that this is real, that months of preparation and anticipation were worth every sacrifice. Throughout this day, I find myself reflecting on the journey that brought me here. The challenges, the sleepless nights, the meticulous planning. All of it pales in comparison to the joy of this moment. I think about the small sacrifices we made, the compromises, the adjustments, and I realize that love is not only measured in grand gestures, but also in the quiet persistence that enables us to reach moments like this. There is a serenity in acknowledging that every struggle has a purpose, that every effort contributes to the realization of something extraordinary. Exploring the city together is like stepping into a living storybook. Each street offers a new scene, each cafe a new flavor, each market stall a glimpse into the heart of daily life here. I savor these moments, aware that they are fleeting yet profound, each one a memory etched into my mind. We stop at small shops, sampling sweets, admiring local crafts, and I am amazed by how much there is to learn and appreciate. Every conversation with her, every observation she shares, deepens my understanding and my admiration for the place she calls home. I feel a sense of responsibility in these moments as well, a desire to honor the culture, to approach each experience with humility and respect. Learning the language, understanding the customs, and embracing the traditions is not just a way to participate. It is a way to show reverence for the people who have welcomed me, for the love that brought me here, and for the history that shapes every corner of this land. Each experience feels like a lesson, a step toward a fuller understanding of life and the world beyond my own. As evening approaches, the city transforms under the glow of streetlights. There is a quiet magic in this transition, a soft serenity that contrasts with the bustling energy of the day. We find a small spot to rest, sitting together, sharing thoughts and reflections, feeling the closeness that only presence can create. It is in these quiet moments that I truly appreciate the depth of this journey. It is not only about arriving, but about being fully present, about letting the reality of this love and this place sink in, and about cherishing every heartbeat that carries us through it. The night brings a different kind of beauty. The sounds of the city soften, replaced by the gentle hum of distant voices and the occasional murmur of footsteps. The stars above remind me that even across oceans and distances, we are all under the same sky, connected in ways that are both tangible and invisible. This thought fills me with a profound sense of wonder and gratitude. I think about everyone who supported me, the family, friends, and mentors who believed in this journey. And I feel their presence in every step, in every laugh, in every moment of awe and discovery. Before we return to our temporary lodgings, I take a moment to reflect silently on the path that brought me here. The anticipation, the struggles, the triumphs, all of it has led to this day, this hour, this connection. Being here is not only a celebration of love but also of perseverance, of dedication, and of the belief that even the most distant dreams can become reality. I am determined to embrace every second, to learn as much as I can, and to honor both the relationship and the culture that has welcomed me. As I drift to sleep later that night, surrounded by the warmth of her presence and the subtle hum of the city outside, I feel a sense of peace and fulfillment that words cannot fully capture. The journey is far from over, but the first chapter of this shared story has been written in the most beautiful way. I am here, present, connected, and grateful, ready to face the adventures, challenges, and joys that await. The following morning greets us with a soft light that spills across the city, illuminating streets that already seem familiar after only one day. There is a quiet beauty in this early hour, a calm that contrasts with the excitement of yesterday. I step outside, feeling the air on my face, and I am reminded of how every new place has its own rhythm, its own heartbeat, and how important it is to attune oneself to it. Together, we walk slowly, savoring the streets, taking in the scents, the sounds, the gentle warmth of the sun. Every corner of this city is alive with stories waiting to be discovered, and I feel like an explorer, not just of geography, but of life itself. The excitement from yesterday remains, but it is joined by a growing sense of belonging, a realization that I am not merely visiting, but beginning to weave myself into this place, this culture, and most importantly, into her life in a way that feels natural and enduring. We start the day with a visit to a local market, a place filled with energy, colors, and sounds that are completely new yet enchanting. The vendors greet us warmly, offering tastes of local delicacies, sharing the stories behind the products they sell. I am fascinated by everything: the craftsmanship, the smells, the vibrant colors, and most of all, the human connections that flow effortlessly in this space. It is a world away from anything I have experienced before, yet there is a familiarity in the joy of shared experiences and the warmth of hospitality. I take mental notes, imagining the stories I will share with my family and friends back home. Every smile, every exchanged word, every small gesture feels significant, a building block in the bridge that connects our lives. As we wander further, she guides me to her favorite spots. The cafes where she has shared memories with friends, the little streets she has walked countless times, and the parks where she finds solace. There is a beauty in seeing these places through her eyes, understanding their significance, and feeling the emotions they carry. I realize that being here is not just about seeing a new city, it is about understanding the people who inhabit it, learning their ways, and embracing their world. The excitement of exploration is intertwined with tenderness and respect, and I feel a deep appreciation for the life she has shared with me from afar, now tangible before my eyes. We pause to try a local specialty, a dish I had only seen in photographs and videos, and I am struck by how food can embody a culture. Every bite tells a story. The spices, the preparation, the flavors mingling together are a testament to the care and tradition behind it. I marvel at the richness of the culture, the subtle layers that make each experience profound. Sitting across from her, sharing this meal, I feel a connection that is deeper than words can convey. It is a communion of hearts, a melding of lives, and a testament to the power of patience, effort, and love that crosses oceans. Throughout the day, I am struck by the simplicity of joy in shared moments, holding hands as we explore, laughing at small misunderstandings, marveling at the beauty around us. Every experience is magnified by the presence of someone who matters profoundly. I reflect on the journey that brought me here. The long nights of planning, the anxieties, the bureaucracy, the uncertainty, and I realize that all of it was necessary to reach this depth of experience. The effort was not merely a requirement, it was a crucible that prepared me to fully appreciate this moment, to cherish it without reservation. We stop in a quiet garden, a place where the sunlight filters gently through the trees, creating patterns that dance on the ground. I sit for a moment, observing her as she smiles, noting the ease with which she navigates this world, and feeling a sense of awe. There is so much to learn from her, about the place, about life, about love. She shares stories of her childhood, memories that shaped her, anecdotes that bring history to life in a way only personal experience can. I listen intently, feeling grateful not only for the moments we share, but for the trust she places in me, by allowing me into her world. The intimacy of these stories reinforces the idea that travel is not only about seeing new places, but about understanding them, feeling them, and letting them become a part of you. In the afternoon, we visit a historic site that has stood for centuries. Walking through its halls and courtyards, I am struck by the magnitude of human endeavor and the passage of time. There is a humbling beauty in understanding that we are part of a long continuum, that the lives we live are layered atop countless others who came before us. I reflect on the impermanence of distance, the strength of intention, and the power of perseverance that brought me here. These lessons are subtle, woven into the fabric of history, yet they resonate deeply with the journey I have undertaken. Being here, in this space, I feel both small and significant, a part of something greater, and yet wholly immersed in the uniqueness of this present moment. The evening brings a quiet, reflective energy. We walk along a riverside, the water shimmering under the setting sun, and I am overwhelmed by the beauty and tranquility. There is a rhythm to life here that invites contemplation, a gentleness that encourages presence. I take her hand, feeling the warmth and reassurance that comes from physical closeness, and I understand that this journey is about more than sights or experiences. It is about building a life together, moment by moment, step by step, gesture by gesture. It is about forging memories that will outlast the transient nature of days and years. As night falls, we return to our temporary home, a place that feels welcoming and safe. I reflect on everything we have experienced, the airport reunion, the city streets, the meals shared, the stories told, and I am filled with gratitude for the patience, courage, and determination that carried me here, for the love and support that sustained me through distance and uncertainty, and for the profound beauty of connecting deeply with another human being. There is a sense of accomplishment, not in the material or tangible sense, but in the emotional and spiritual realization that this journey, with all its trials, has brought me to a moment of profound fulfillment. I write these reflections in a journal, wanting to capture the emotions and lessons of this experience while they are fresh. The words flow easily, though they can never fully encapsulate the depth of feeling. I write about the joy of presence, the wonder of discovery, the thrill of first experiences, and the calm serenity of intimate moments. I write about the lessons learned, the perspectives gained, and the gratitude I feel for everyone who helped make this possible. In doing so, I am reminded that life is not only about destinations but about the journey itself, about the moments that shape us, and the relationships that sustain us. The days that follow are filled with more exploration, more discovery, and more shared experiences. We visit museums, walk along historic streets, and attend local events that provide insight into the culture and traditions. Each experience deepens my understanding, enhances my appreciation, and strengthens the connection I feel. I marvel at the resilience, creativity, and warmth of the people here, and I am inspired to approach life with the same openness and curiosity. There is a profound joy in immersing oneself fully, in participating rather than observing, in learning rather than merely witnessing. Throughout this journey, I am aware of the fleeting nature of time, and I am determined to make the most of every moment. Each day is a gift, a new opportunity to learn, to grow, and to connect. I am conscious of how rare such experiences are, how many people aspire to travel, to love, to explore, and how fortunate I am to be living this reality. Every sight, sound, flavor, and conversation contributes to a tapestry of memories that I know will endure. I am filled with the resolve to remain present, to embrace each experience fully, and to honor the people and places that make this journey meaningful. As the trip continues, I find myself thinking about the future, the memories we will create, the experiences we will share, and the life we will build together. I consider the lessons learned along the way: patience, perseverance, gratitude, and the courage to pursue what truly matters. I am inspired to carry these lessons forward, to approach every new challenge with the same determination and optimism that brought me here. Love, I realize, is not simply an emotion but a journey, a series of choices, actions, and moments that weave together to form a life shared deeply and meaningfully. On the final evening of my visit, we sit together watching the sunset from a quiet hilltop. The sky is painted in shades of orange and pink, reflecting off the water below, and I feel a deep sense of peace. I think of everyone who supported me, the family who encouraged me, the friends who cheered me on, and all who believed that this dream could be realized. I am grateful beyond words for the journey, for the challenges that made me stronger, and for the love that has guided me to this moment. I look at her and realize that everything, the distance, the preparation, the uncertainty, was worth it. Every step has led to this connection, this closeness, this shared presence that transcends screens, miles, and time zones. Our first meeting, the exploration of the city, the sharing of meals, the laughter, and the quiet reflections. They are all reminders that love is a bridge, a force that can overcome distance and bring hearts together. I feel a renewed commitment to cherish every moment, to honor the journey, and to continue building this life with care, attention, and devotion. Each experience has strengthened not only my love for her, but also my understanding of the world, the beauty of connection, and the power of shared moments. As I prepare to return home, I am filled with a sense of completeness and anticipation. Completeness for having experienced the joy of being together, and anticipation for the adventures that lie ahead. I know that this is only the beginning, that our story will continue to unfold in countless ways, and that every memory created here will serve as a foundation for the future. I carry with me the lessons, the love, and the experiences, ready to face whatever comes next with an open heart and an unwavering spirit. Thank you to everyone who has followed our journey, who has supported us through the distance, and who has celebrated these moments with us. Your encouragement, messages, and shared excitement have been invaluable. As we move forward, I promise to continue sharing our experiences, our joys, and our discoveries, so that you can witness the beauty of connection, the power of perseverance, and the extraordinary nature of love that truly crosses oceans. This is not the end but the continuation of a story that began long ago, nurtured through distance, and realized in presence. Every hug, every conversation, every shared moment reminds me that dreams can be achieved, that love can be tangible, and that the world is full of beauty waiting to be embraced. I am here, I am present, and I am ready to live this story fully, with all the joy, wonder, and love that it deserves. And now, as I step forward into the days ahead, I carry with me not only the memories of this journey, but also the knowledge that love, courage, and determination can truly transform life. Every moment is precious, every experience is a gift, and every heartbeat is a reminder of the extraordinary possibilities that lie within reach. I am here, I am grateful, and I am ready for everything that awaits.